We are rolling again. Number six. Number six. This is the one. Big six. Big six. I'm recording this at a slightly unusual hour. So if I'm a little unusual, that's why. I'm drinking a delicious Dr. Pepper cherry. Why I said that like that. Spawned in a lovely birch forest. Is this birch? This isn't birch. This is pine, I think. Who am I to say? Well, it's a spawn, right? You know, you take what you're given. I'm not gonna complain at this point. I've had good spawns, I've had bad. The main thing is to keep trucking on. But no, last time I died because I fell out of a window, which you know is fine. Look at this little bit of bonding between Christopher and Dwayne. Isn't that lovely? Take that. I'm gonna take this. Thank you very much for leaving all these lovely things for me. I need to get a pickaxe to get the waystone because that's kind of useful. It's kind of useful to be able to teleport. All right, Sonny, how you doing? Oh, Spruce. My apologies. I was wrong. I was about to hit that child. It's kind of crazy. And now that soundbite exists. Anything could happen with that, you know. 15 years that could be used in court. But somehow I doubt that. But hey, never say never, right? I guess that's the beauty of AI. Anything's possible now. Oh. You thought you could hide your secret crate from me? Yeah. Good luck with that one, buddy. I don't want them. Unless I can eat them. No. There you go. A. I always do A. I don't know why I always do A. Maybe it's some sort of weird affinity I have with the letter A. I don't think it is, though. I think it's just because it's the first letter. And so it feels right to put it. I want to put a placeholder thing. Open that crate. I have opened that crate, and it's called a chest. As you can imagine, I'm a little sleep deprived, which is why my commentary might be a little unusual. Or a little less than robust. Oh, that is not bad at all, though. Thank you very much. You know what? For the first time in my life, I'm not going to be a greedy goblin. I'm actually going to make an axe. Looking at axes are actually kind of juice. So I'm going to use it. I like this song a lot. Very relaxing. It reminds me of being a lot, reminds me of times when I wasn't so busy. Whoa, that's very deep. But no, it's kind of chill, isn't it? All right, we can be you know, we can be. It's not bad at all. What's the word? We can take off the irony. Irony? Let's try and speak English first and foremost. We can take off the irony glasses and say this is a very upbeat, snappy. Shall we say snappy type of song? You know, it's got a little bit of that pep. Yeah, see that noise is very snappy. I can't lie. Hello. But yes. Do I need... Look at that. Down for the body. I don't want to take one of these. I don't know why. I feel like they're fun. We got the waystone? Right, we're off. We're off to explore. Look, see, this makes me feel like it's a good thing to explore. This song makes me feel intrepid. That's a good word, intrepid. It makes me feel like I'm out here doing it. I just finished watching UFC Fight Night, Khalil versus Roundtree. I won't talk about it too much because I don't want to take up the entire video talking about it. But what I expected to happen did happen. I do feel bad, spoilers I guess, for Jamal Hill. I kind of thought it was going to happen. You know, man's on a downward spiral. Look, hey man, I can talk about being on a downward spiral. Have you seen my last 5 attempts? Have you seen my my experience with my own Minecraft survival challenge? Oh, that was a horrible noise. You know? Hello, I'm raiding a boat. Give me the valuables. Bucket of salmon. I'll take that. Can you do anything with this? Oh. I didn't know. Did not think it would do that. Oops. Okay. That was a mistake. Kind of silly. Funny though. Oh, it's like a fishing boat. That's kind of quaint. I think I was saying something before. Oh, it wasn't as important. I'll take an auto shot. I don't know why I'm taking any of this stuff. I don't need it. You've been kept down there, man. That's not very good. Shut up. Me. Let's make a boat and let's explore the great beyond. All these villagers do not shut up. There we go. But yeah. So that's why I'm recording this at a slightly unusual hour. So it's like I'll watch it and then I'll record because my internet will probably be stable around this time. Let's be honest. It's so early. Because it's still pretty unstable. That's a nice hill. That'd be a nightmare to walk up because of how steep it is. But at least it kind of looks like a nice rolling hill, you see? Kind of nice. It's nice to see like slightly more atypical, like geographic. I want to say topography, but that's a computer network. You know what I mean, like layouts. Like something that looks a little bit more typical. I don't like it when it's super realistic. I think it can take away from the Minecraft charm when like terrain is super realistic. But when you get the odd bit that looks quite real, it's like, oh, that's nice. You know? Oh, there's a horse, but it's got flesh. Oh, no, thank you. Explosives. Unbreaking leather tunic. Coast armor trim. It's all here. See, that is nice. I do like... Oh, and a saddle. A saddle for a horse. Now I just need to find a horse. For the saddle. Or is that what I said? Who knows? Who cares? Oh, goodness gracious. See, I feel like this is going to be a successful run. Purely because normally in my life experience, when things go kind of skew-if at the start, they tend to turn out pretty good. Skew-if being my way of saying, bad. Or slightly strange. If you see a wastebone? Well, if you see a wastebone, tell me. But if you see a waystone, tell me. Because I'm not going to lie, my eyes aren't peeled. Maybe I should put my glasses on. Like Velma. Put my glasses on and maybe I'll see the pixels better. I don't actually need glasses to clarify. It's only if I'm driving. Alright. I'm not a glasses wearer yet. But let's be honest. I think everyone's going to be a glasses, to some extent, user with how much we use screens. And that's not me saying it like, oh, screens are terrible. We should be using screens. More like, well, it's an eventuality, I suppose. Part of the game we play. For example, Minecraft. To be fair though, when I'm playing, this is way back. I used to play games in like the dark with like the only light coming from the screen, and I would like not regularly but occasionally wake up with like fully. All right, let me do this, then I'll continue my story. Probably seem slightly insane. But yeah, I used to always play them in like a dark room. And I'd wonder my eyes like I'd wake up and then my eyes like bloodshot, and I'd be like, that's kind of weird. I don't really like that. It looks kind of strange. I was like, oh yeah, of course, because I'm just sat here like going loco. Delicious. Let's turn this into bread now, because I like bread. I like to pause. Don't continue what you're about to say. It's me telling myself that that would just have been tragic. That would have been the least funny joke ever. I would have laughed at it though. Look at this bread. God damn. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, I used to play games in the dark, and I'm like, I'd wake up, my eyes like bloodshot. Like, man, I can't keep doing this. You can't do it. It's disgusting. So yeah, I'm sure it's a very interesting story. I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat. But you know that's where we're at. It's relaxing. I kind of need the background music. I kind of miss it. I feel like it was dictating the pace of my my talking. You know. But yeah. I'm not sure what we're looking for right now. We're probably looking for either a certain horse or a cool location, or or one of those floating houses. Because I kind of want to try Skybase. I know. Maybe it'll work. I mean, the problem is there are a few flying infected, and also like obviously expansion will be a little weird. So I'll essentially just have to expand like in an unconventional way. I'll have less impact on the ground below me, which could result in hive minds spawning quicker, potentially. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm wanting to try it. Obviously, I know there is a flying calamity, I believe, which if I'm understanding correctly, the hive mind can like spawn calamities based on different parameters. I'm almost certain one of them will be the Y value, which is your height. I'm sure if your Y value is over a certain number, they'll be like, right, well, we've got to kill this guy. That was a brutal yawn. God, I felt in every part of my body. Looks like we've reached the end of the ride here. Do we just sail over? I've got a boat, haven't I? Yeah. I'm thinking about it. God, it's warm. It's like, it's incredibly muggy heat in this country. It's not like heat where, you know, I've been in like 40-degree heat, and obviously it's hot, right? But it's kind of like, it's hot, but not sweaty. Whereas heat in Britain is like, it's hot, but it kind of sticks to you. And so you end up getting like sweaty and just, it's very uncomfortable. I would not recommend it at all. Look at this little vessel. Hello, hello. Let's raid it. Let's just raid it and burn it down. What am I saying? What possessed me to say that? Ooh. Hello. Ooh, you look absolutely amazing. God damn. That is really nice. Look at it. That's like such a nice sheer cliff face. You gotta love it. That's the kind of thing you could do cliff diving off. You know? Hit the water nice and hard. Not too hard though, because you want to get concussion. I have torches. I don't really care about coal right now. This is a cool area. That's a massive portal as well. A lot going on. I've not even been to the Nether in any of my attempts. Isn't that crazy? Is that an interesting fact? Put that down in your fact book. I'm gonna check out the Nether portal because it looks dope. And then I'll do something else. But what? I don't know. We'll find out. I think for now we're just resource gathering and get an idea about our location. I haven't really planned out any grand big picture stuff yet, you know. Every single time I try and plan something on one of these runs, it just doesn't really go to plan. But so I'm now of the let's get this. We don't need 5, we need 2. I don't even know what you can use it for, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Because then I don't even have to think about it. It's just out of sight, out of mind, right? That's a really cool nether portal. I don't need the gold, even though it does look good. And I'm not carrying any gold. I thought I was carrying gold, but it's a golden apple. Which is a lot better than gold, because you can eat it. I mean, you can eat gold, obviously. You can eat gold in real life, I should say. I mean, I don't think if you would digest it very well. Unlike a golden apple, which, I mean, would be initially a bit, you know, unpleasant to eat. But eventually probably quite nice. Let's get these, because these do damage. Let me set up some traps. That, oh, it's lava. Could get some lava. Flint is always useful, actually. I always lose my flint. I could make a nether portal if I wanted to. I don't know if I actually want to. Let's be honest. But I do think it'd be cool to have some lava. Evil rock. Evil rock. Give me some lava. Thank you. Okay, my inventory's starting to get a little full, and it's kind of full of crap. Which isn't ideal, because I even need a waste zone to set up a storage facility. Oh, is this a good building? No, it's not a good building. It's not big enough to house any kind of horse. Got sticks, I guess. Don't really need sticks, though. I mean, look at that. That's like 8 sticks. Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's 8 sticks. You're right. You're right. You just couldn't let me go. Is that? No, it's not. It's just an abandoned house. I never made a point, but just because it's cobwebs doesn't mean a house is abandoned, alright? Some of us just get lots of spiders during the summer. Okay? I don't like the personal attack that these mod creators are applying with their insinuation that cobwebs equate to an empty house. I'm not a fan of that, alright? I'm just putting that out there. I'm letting that be known. I'm running towards this mage tower. I don't know if I'm actually going to enter it, but kind of want to. Even though it's incredibly dangerous. And it's full of skeletons. And I have no way to defend against said skeletons. It's the allure. It's the... You know, there's a certain risk. So, also, like, you know, what's the worst that can happen realistically? If the run dies in the first 20 minutes, guess what? We'll just immediately keep going. And we will consider that this true season 6. This is just the warm-up currently. Very transitional, this kind of thing. God, no, music is so ominous. I like how this looks, though. I feel like I'm like a soldier attacking a castle. Obviously, I'd like to have like backup, but you know, sometimes you're a soldier of fortune. You're all by yourself. That feels like a palisade. A palisade is not the correct word, but if you know what palisade means, you may understand what I'm trying to say. Should we just go in through the front door? Yeah, let's not do that. What's the best way to get into this? Oh, a cherry blossom. I kind of don't want to use cherry blossom because every single time I've used it, I've died. However, it is very pretty. Also, having it alright. Party. Okay, let's start journeying up the old-fashioned way. Oh, I've made a big boss encounter. You have to do this. Yeah, buddy. I've actually got a pickaxe, so any kind of challenge you establish, I can just simply walk past. Oh, he hit me through the door. Bro, what a hacker. Okay. I'm tough. Now, will this work as a defense measure? Probably. Problem is, it's going to burn the entire place down. Oh, damn, you're doing a lot of damage. I mean, if the whole place is on fire, that's like a not now problem, that's a down the line problem if you think about it. That's the kind of thing with these things, like you got to think about problems in terms of the now. Is this a now problem? No. It's been handled. You know? And then the skeletons come down the stairs, so you just do that. And then, hey presto, no more skeletons. That's quite an effective way of dealing with problems, if you think about it. You get the amethyst? No, you can't get it that way. I already know you can't. I was gaslighting myself into believing you could. However, I knew you can't. Yeah, it's on fire, but it'll be fine. Like, it'll be burnt down, but by which time I'll have left. And if the only people occupying this are skeletons, I don't really mind if it's burnt down. Unbreaking and mending shovel. Well, Curse of Vanishing. I don't remember what that does. Or maybe I don't care. That. What is this? Lodestone. Well, whatever that is, it's... Make that noise. Brrr. Sounding a bit like an insect or a cat. Not a cat, really. Like a... Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of fire. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh. Yeah, this wasn't really thought through, was it? Okay, let's leave. Huh. And do I have anything to build? I guess I don't need my photography table currently. I mean, I can just make a new one. There we go. Look. There's problems and there's problem solvers. You gotta figure out which one you are. Me, I'm obviously a problem solver. Oh, hello. Please don't kill me now. We're gonna take some cherry blossom because it is cool. I can't lie. Sometimes some things are just cool. You don't need the sweet berries. They're not even that sweet. They're actually very sweet. Let's have a nap. I'll have a nap under the blossom. I'll have a rest under the blossom tree. Honest day's work. Honestly, cutting logs like this is really tiresome. And it's actually quite there's like a non-zero chance you like seriously damage your leg if you don't swing properly as well. I'd know because I very nearly did that twice. It's not really that interesting story though. I was just told how to cut logs and I was like, oh no, it's fine, I'll do it my way. So I'd do this thing me and my friends called the Frenchman Special, where you'd like swing the I don't know why it's called the Frenchman Special. I think it's because we put on like bad French accents. So Frenchman Special, and we'd swing the axe really hard, and like because I had kind of like I was kind of strong. I still am, obviously. But let's just get that out of the way. Let's get that squared off. Is that the? I think that is. So we'd swing really hard down, and then that would sometimes split the log. Obviously, it wasn't like actual Minecraft size logs, like a meter by meter. It was more like maybe the size of your forearm, or probably a bit bigger, like a sapling, like a big sapling. But one time, I raised up my axe. I did the Frenchman Special, brought it down on the log, and slightly missed, and so the axe swung between my legs, and very very narrowly didn't hit my shin, which would have been pretty unpleasant, let me tell you. Oh, it's not, is it? It's not Wellington. Get lost. Well, I'll take the iron nuggets. There's a small price. Yeah. Take off that skin. Let's see what's underneath. But yeah, no, the like looking back, I feel like I've just unlocked that memory for myself as well. Thinking back, that was incredibly dangerous and really stupid. But that's a formative learning experience, right? After that, I didn't swing the axe really hard. I still did the Frenchman Special, but I definitely didn't swing it with like such like reckless abandon. I like obviously, Frenchman Special, I'll do that, and I was like, all right, okay, shit, all right, let's be careful. But obviously, I still put on a show. You can never let them see weakness. You can never let your peers see weakness. But no, I mean, now I'm thinking about that. I'm lucky to have my shin. That was so stupid. What is wrong with me, man? I did one time swing it. This is a separate time. This is before the Shin incident. Looking underground village. You can tell because of how weirdly the train's generating. Ooh, that's really cool over there. Oh, and there's a waste zone and a house. What a beautiful house you've got here. What a beautiful house. Oh, I'm sorry. Butterfingers. See that was callous and unnecessary. But yeah, one time I swung the axe. I think we were doing a challenge where we were trying to hit like cut a matchstick. So we get a log of wood. I mean, you know, obviously classic challenge, you know? You get like a plank of wood and you make like a little indent in it. With like a drill or something. And then in that, in that indent, what you do is you put a matchstick in, right? And then it's like, okay, well, it's like a matchstick sticking out like lengthways, or whichever way means it's thin, not sideways. Lengthways out of a 1 moment. Bloody hell! You just yawned. It's hard geezer. But no. So you put the matchstick in the top of the log, right? And it's like, okay, all you have to do is swing and hit the matchstick. And obviously conceptually, like in your head, it's like, okay, that doesn't sound too difficult. Like you just gotta like, you know, hit an incredibly small target, like a pixel basically, with a you know, a delicate edge that's a little unwieldy. Because, God, I'm like, I keep yawning. Axes are quite unwieldy, generally. In my experiences, axes are unwieldy. I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for everyone's lived experience of axes. There's a waste over there. And we're going to go to it because this area is really pretty, but it's not very... I mean, it's kind of nice. I could just build a base in the sky here. Is that a sign? Anyway, I'll tell my story and then I'll have a think about that. Because, you know, if I start doing multiple things at once, I'm not going to get anything done. A little bit of life advice there. Right. Stop, pause, story time. So, well, obviously we're going to settle in the snows. Okay, story time. Go. So, yeah. So it's like, okay, you got to hit this matchstick. Matchstick. You got to hit this matchstick on top of the log. And I was like, oh, this is going to be well easy. So I just pick it up and I'm like, you know, showboating a little like, all right, watch this. Swing as hard as I can, as fast as I can. And like, I think I like, see, the details are fuzzy because I'm a little tired. Either I hit the top of my boot and like just, it like got stuck in like the, you know, the rubbery bit at the bottom of your boot, or I like, it slammed down right next to my boot. I can't remember which. But either way, I had the axe taken off me. And then I was told I can only try again if I like specifically did certain things, which I did do. Like I had to stand my legs wide apart, like I was playing golf, and I had to swing slower. And I didn't hit it once. In fact, no one did. It's about like 8 or 10 of us. None of us could hit it. Which, you know, I guess it proves that, you know, accuracy matters. You know, some people think it's all about raw damage. Let me tell you, the damage stat's important, but the accuracy stat's pretty important too. You know, if you miss 100 shots, land one, is that as good as missing 0 shots and landing one? Damn. Damn, I really just cooked. I absolutely did not cook. That was a nothing burger of a statement, but it sounded smart in my head. You know? But yeah, I really shouldn't be trusted with axes or like wood. Clearly, I'm just remembering all these dangerous things I've done now. Like I'm not gonna do that because I'm kind of like You know, I'm kind of built. I'd rather not be killed. Yeah, I'm built. Haha. But I'm kind of like, you know, I'm in a good spot. Ooh. Ooh, I wouldn't mind living here. Winter Wonderland. I think this is going to be where we live. This beautiful snowy utopia. Where fungal parasites will freeze to death. And I'll do a little jig on their cold, dead bodies. There's goats. Thank goodness. I always knew Wellington's friends wouldn't be far. Okay, let's find a base location first, so I can drop my stuff. But yeah, man, I've done, like, I think those two axings are probably the most dangerous things I can recall from memory. Like, I know, like, when I went, scout camp, there was a kid who wanted to start a fire, and to impress some girls, so it was girls in the camp, because we were we were a slightly traditional scout group where it was basically all boys. So whenever we went on like these events, well, I was looking at me. Whenever we went on these events where there was like, you know, mixed troops of scouts, like boys and girls, it was like, whoa, yo, I'm so impressive. So, so this guy tried to impress the girls by starting a fire, using a can of aerosol. So he like sprayed it on the fire, thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna work straight away. It didn't. Okay, so this is nothing. Wonderful. It didn't, so he threw it in the fire. He threw it in the fire, which just which made it just like go bang really loud. It sounded like a gunshot. It was like, you know, that pop. That hopefully it doesn't destroy my pop filter and just make a massive racket. But there's like a pop to gunshots from my lived experience as a British person when I've heard gunshots. You know, when you open Twitter and the first thing you see is like X, sorry. God, I'm so sorry. You know, when you open like anything like that, it's like, oh yeah, normal, normal. Oh, okay, just something like heinous. Or Instagram Reels as well. I think they're pretty heinous as well. But you know, I've heard non-Hollywood gunshots, where it's like, or like generic game noises. I'm gonna stand on this mountain. Ooh, the emerald. You know why? Because I had a great mountain base last time, and it got bloody ruined by little parasite rats. And I for one will not stand for it. This is a beautiful area to live. Look at this valley. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Right, well, this is where we're gonna set up base. In this frosty peninsula. But yeah, so they threw the aerosol can on the thing, trying to impress the girls. And it blew up. It blew up, and some of the shrapnel got on one of the girls' hand. And they had to go to hospital together. But it didn't really work in his favour. It was, or not, oh, did you have like a nice talk in the hospital, you know? I can't remember the exact slang. You know, Riz wasn't a word back then. I can't remember what I asked, but he was like, oh no. She was pissed off at me. I was like, oh, I don't know. That sucks, man. Don't want she to be pissed off at you. I mean, I know she's a girl and her hands has been mangled, but you know, YOLO, right? But no, it was kind of mad. But yeah, no, almost every scout is just a bit of a moron. Speaking as one. But it is good. It's a good time. Especially if all you want to do is just like basically roughhouse and occasionally camp. You know, I want to spend half my time fighting, half my time camping. Yeah, go on then, be a laugh. Look at this. Look at this. This is a palace already. We have one chest currently. But let me tell you something. You know what? I'm actually gonna make a house. I'm actually gonna, for the first time ever in my entire series, I'm actually gonna make a real house with like a roof and everything. I did have a house. Okay, I did have a house in season 3. I'm remembering. Like my own brain was reminding me. However, I don't know if did it have a door? This house will have a door. Okay, it has an actual door, and it's gonna have stairs leading up to the door as well. 8 o'clock in the morning. And also the chests are going to be managed. They're going to be maintained. This is going to be a different era. Not really sure what the vision is from here. But, you know. Okay, this is kind of falling apart. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I need to just clear my inventory. Why have I still got... I've got a chest, for God's sake. It was coal. Well, we'll take the coal, won't we? We'll take the coal. Oh, that's a lot of coal. That's not bad. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. There's even iron. But I mean, I got 11 blocks of iron, buddy. I'm eating good on the iron. I have not got an iron deficiency. My bones are strong. Strong like my future prospects for winning this entire thing. Look at this, right? You cannot tell me this is not the start of a beautiful house. I need to get some dirt. I need to get some dirt. I need to get some dirt. Yeah, okay, let me drop this because I don't really need any of this. We're gonna just put that. You know what? We're gonna make a little epic waystone thing here because it would be freaking epic. All right, that's kind of cool. I always call it. Okay, I'm gonna call it something different. I'm gonna call it something different. Homer Land Simpson. Right, that's the thought. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna roll with that because Iglesias is unique. Okay, right. Okay. I'm just concerned that I'm making such poor and strange decisions at this point. But that's by the by. Right, let's go get some bits. Let's get some dirt. Oh, emeralds. Not that I need them. Let's get some trees as well. Ooh, critical damage. But yeah, this is an amazing place to have a base. And it's cold as well, which Wellington probably would like. Whenever I next bump into the little rascal. He's always getting himself caught. Always getting himself put in predicaments. It's almost like he's modeled after me, you know. Me and my little soirees into axe space harm. Let's get lots of wood. Not wood. What's this stuff called? Dirt. Or mud? Dirt. Okay. I knew it was called dirt. Why did I even say it was called mud? Mud's dirt with water. But if you put water on dirt in this game, it doesn't become mud, does it? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. Obviously it doesn't. Ooh. You run if you see me. Pick up bits and bobs. You know, I'm just a humble lumberjack now. I've put all that living, fighting bosses, calamities, all that's in the past now. I'm just a humble lumberjack. I wake up, I cut down trees. Sometimes I have a little bit of fun on the job. I throw some snowballs. Back to work. Let's get a little bit more dirt. Because even though we've got 45, eventually our supply will be great. Our demand will be greater than our supply. So let's stock up now. Okay, cool. Let's get back up to Homeland Simpson, my beautiful base. I think it's I genuinely called it that because just before I started recording, I saw a reel where it's like something about Homer Simpson and a pterodactyl. I think it was like your birth month. Yeah, it's like your birth month. You get a dinosaur, and then your what was it? It was something else. Something obviously. Well, you know what I mean. Like your birth month is your dinosaur, and then the day you were born is a cartoon character that's your friend or whatever. Irrelevant nonsense obviously isn't true, but it's like when you get one of those, it's like, okay, it's my birth month. Like, let's hope I get a cool dinosaur. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, pterodactyl's cool, all right, but like T-Rex, Spinosaurus, Diplodocus. I know Diplodocus isn't as cool because he's not a carnivore, but it means a big dog, big neck on him. I always used to like Triceratops when I was a kid. Obviously, like T-Rex was always the go, So obviously he's the biggest, he's the baddest. I know there was like Allosaurus. Oh, Allosaurus was smarter. Yeah, but Allosaurus was smaller. Do you know why this weight class is in boxing? Do you know this weight class in UFC? Allosaurus. You're gonna find out. Pull up on a T-Rex, see what happens. It would not be a fair fight. Or maybe it would. I think Spinosaurus would have given the T-Rex a run for his money. Spinosaurus had that dog in him. It was very aggressive, if I remember. Or at least it was assumed to be aggressive. I don't know how scientists can figure out if, like, a dinosaur was aggressive. Obviously, like, they can say, okay, well, this one obviously was, like, a bit of a rough type, a rough sort. But it's not like they could be like, oh, yeah, no, this specific dinosaur was a right menace. It was really aggressive. It's like, well, how do you know that, man? And that's not me saying, oh, how do you know that? That can't be true. That's when we're saying, no, actually, how do you know that? I would like it to be explained to me why these bones mean that. Because as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't make sense. Unless it's like, oh, every single time we found a Spinosaurus's bones, they were like mangled, they were chewed on. Or, alternatively, every single time we found like mangled and chewed on bones, without fail, the teeth marks were from Spinosaurus. It's like, damn, okay. Okay, this guy's a menace. This guy who's tearing the division up. Multiple belt champion, the lineal champ of the Jurassic era. Big Spino. I remember there was a Jurassic Park like management sim. I think I actually went to my parents semi recently. I had like a cardboard box of some of my old PC stuff, and the disc was actually in there. I've actually got the disc on me. I might actually download it and play it at some point. Maybe even record it. Potentially. We'll see. But no, it was cool because it was like, you could store these different dinosaurs all the way up to like the big dogs, I never actually got good enough at the game to be able to store a T-Rex, but there was a couple of quests you could do where you could like, you have to tranquilize it because you could like control a helicopter, like flew around tranquilizing people and stuff. Obviously, you shouldn't use it on people. I don't think you could, but you could use it to shoot the dinosaurs. Like, let's say one's sick and needs to be tranked, so you can give it, the measles vaccine or whatever. Oh, well, we're not gonna fight him. He is, as I was saying before, he's not in my weight class. I'm actually in a significantly smaller weight class, a lot below him. I'd have a sword. Don't have a knife. I was kind of hoping I'd run into one of them, like, infected research stations by now. I was kind of hoping for that. However, no matter. Okay, my torch is running out of gas. Running low on charge. That's a cool vision. Like the, especially with the loop. Oh, it's an infected witch. You could just axe the witch. I want to ask you a question. I'm not going to call A. I'm going to call it Sa. This is Sa. Look how dark it is. This is the dark night. Like Batman. I haven't seen my trees. I mean, I know they're planted over here, but damn. It's dark. Let's have a nap. Let's rest. Hmm. Oh, beautiful. Let's do a little bit of work so we can finish our house before the episode is out. Before it's all done. Please don't have it where I have to like jump to get the last one. Okay. That's fine though. I actually appreciate the fact you did that to me. Makes me very happy. Makes me want to say yippee. This is a very nice song. Again, it just makes you feel empowered. Like you can do anything. Okay. Apart from this, obviously. Oh, it's fire. But it's not. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's plant more. You know? Uncle Adams was planting seeds. That's a reference to a failed Canadian rapper who had a very big online presence. Well, not massive, but you know, he posted about how he was rapping to stop bullying and stuff. Problem was there was evidence, not evidence, sorry, there was videos of him rapping in like rap battles and saying some pretty heinous stuff. You know? Let's not even say that Uncle Adams was a bad guy. He's just a funny guy. He's a funny little rascal. Okay, look at that. Look at my nursery. It's actually what it's called. I know you know. I know you know it's called nursery. But at least I can pretend like I'm teaching you something. No? This is a very pretty area. I must say. Very, very pretty. And this is going to be a very beautiful pink block house. But it's going to have a view. I think it's good to see my plants. Although, let's be honest, if I actually had this window, this place would be freezing. You know? Imagine getting this breeze every day. No thanks, buddy. That's why I actually struggle with horror games these days. Because when I'm playing a horror game, they're always in these like massive, expansive houses, and it's like, dude, it's probably worth like, I don't know, like 500, 600,000 easily, even with all the extensive damage from all the crazy things happening. They're just like, oh, there's a monster, there's a demon. Who cares, man? Sell. You know, maybe do the property up a bit. You don't even have to exercise like the ghosts and demons. You just gotta, like, you know, clean up all like the filth. All right, look at this. I officially have a house. I'm kind of living like a king right now. What do I want to do though? I guess we can just keep exploring for the time being. We're on the final steps, you know. Oh, it's kind of rainy over here. No. That was not part of the plan. Let's just keep exploring in case we run into one of those things. Research station things. I see Frostmob, but I'm not going to fight Frostmob. Okay. Pardon me. God, my drink went down kind of funny there. This is a really cool biome. I love these ice spike biomes. Legit one of the coolest. I always feel like there should be something like extra here. You know, like I mean, in normal Minecraft, I know they can have the special skeletons, but I feel like, you know, there needs to be something a little, like, I don't know, like that, for example. I can jump off a thing, break my legs, and end my hardcore run. Right here, right now. Yes. But yeah, we're just gonna keep exploring, because we want to find a research station, or we want to find a building that has a CDU in it. Because without a CDU, I'm kind of naked. Like, I'm kind of helpless. To quite a significant degree as well. Well, well, well. When I walk, you walk. I don't know if snowball's some effect of death, you know. Mainly just out of disrespect, you know. I'm taking some dirt so I can build some, you know, CDU defenses, so we call them. Okay. That was a weird noise. Sounds like a jet plane. Not a jet plane. One of them turnstile planes. Turnstile? I don't think that's the correct word. One of those planes that, like a biplane. A biplane? Do we just loot? Do we just callously, recklessly loot? Even though we could easily put our life on the line? For, you know, some basic old loot. Yes, we do. Because fear is not something we have in our hearts. Now, where's that spawner? Hello? You should not be spawning any rascals today. That was a nice noise. Okay. Now we just need to get there without being killed. I'm not hearing any infected type noises, so that's a good sign. Oh, there is one in there though. Hello? We're having a snowball fight. I'm winning. Oh, you're being juggled, bro. Like Tekken. Oh. Tekken to the second weapon. Tech in. Oh. Buddy. Buddy, you're not in my weight class, bro. Oh, I'm styling this guy right now. Oh, they spawned the second one. Then he killed his team killed. That's kind of foolish. Stuff and things. Stuff and things, Laurie. Stuff and things. Let's kill that restricted mind. Oh. Well. And there's like there's food down there. Or there's something down there. I can't remember the exact whereabouts, but there's some loot. Let's kill you first. Yes, I'm gonna kill you. Goodbye. Filth. Never see you. I don't know what Curse of Vanishing does. Ouch. Should be okay now. Okay. Well, I know there's a whole crawling mechanic, but you know, I'm not that guy. I'm not a crawler. I'm not. It's not zombies. Oh, it's flooded. Well, that's great. Meat. Disc. Meat. I don't need the disc. I've heard it before. It's best described as a challenging listen. Right, we don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Is that all the bits? No, there's a bit left. That should be all the bits. Okay, very efficient. The fungals fear me so much now because they know I'm just a little bit of a gamer. This way, get out. Well, guys, we have a CDU. We've got some vent plates too. They're pretty dope. I can't lie. Oh my god. No, we're stuck. We're stuck in purgatory. I'm in Minetopia. All I gotta do is mine. Let's see what happens if we go up. We can get flooded. Yes. I can say that with 100% certainty. It's so warm. Let me get out of here so I can give my send off in a beautiful winter wonderland. It's not gonna be nighttime. What I tell you? Oh, beautiful. Oh, I came out the top. That's quite neat. Oh, one of Wellington's totems. Throw that. Throw that. Throw that. Throw, not Frow. So let's start pronouncing our words correctly, yeah? Talking to myself there. Anything from that? Well, there's a big dragon up there. We're kind of freaky. There is like a creeper cloud. But, you know, it's a very rare cloud, so don't know why I'm even talking about it. Well, you know, I think this is as good a point as any to call it. I think this has been an interesting start. I think I told some pretty good stories, so do let me know what you think about them. Know if you did anything equally stupid with an axe in your youth, or even recently. You know, we can always make more mistakes. Right, let's not get killed. Oh, it's a slowing guy. Let's be tactical with this. Yeah, so we can end on a high and not a low. Let's get to this tower. I'll get to the tower and I'll be like, alright, okay. That's where we call it. Because then, we're in a good spot. Nearly there. But yeah, no, if you enjoyed this, guys, please let me know. If you watch this on upload day, an amazing Sunday. Hope all the things you wish to achieve on this fine Sunday, you achieve. Or at least you make steps towards achieving them. We can't always achieve everything in the first step, after all. Or in one step at least. If you are watching this on upload day, I'll say have a good day. Alright? Maybe I won't say you can achieve everything I want you to achieve. Maybe I'm a little callous, you know, watching on upload day. But you know what? I think it's only fair that, you know, right, I'm drawing this out way too much. Have a fantastic day regardless of anything. That's pretty slick. Best of luck with your endeavors, regardless of what day it is. If you're watching this on upload day, if you're not, I will be uploading next on Tuesday for part 2 of this. Season 6. Can you believe it? We're already at 6. But no, thanks for watching, guys. I will not fall and die this time. Ooh, gonna keep you on edge. All right, peace out. Thank you very much. Bye.